Awesome. Hey guys, welcome to the PiG Daily, episode number 108. It's ICYFAR. Today we're going to be commentating a bunch of games with some fun Wings of Liberty strategies. So let's dive straight into game and take a look. Of course, guys, let's announce next week's topic straight away as well. For ICYFAR next week, the topic is going to be no micros. You've got to send in your replays where you don't micro. Not that complicated. You're going to leave it open to your interpretation a little bit. Just had, I was saying it to chat just before I kind of started this VOD, and people were like, "Hey, can I drop? Do I have to not look when I'm dropping? Can I A move my units, but I have to not look at them or something?" And I'm like, well, I guess you could do that, but like realistically, I don't really consider A moving micro. I don't really consider telling a drop to unload micro. But if you start to do anything fancier than that, then that's going to be micro. So I'm okay with a little bit of A move. I'm okay with a few other things. Whoa! Okay, guys. So you've got no micro as the topic for next week. I had to just jump back because we're about to see the dumbest shit ever. Oh my god. So guys, this is Wings of Liberty strategies in 2017. And we can already see Lion wants to go for his 6 pull. So he's killing his own workers. Specifically to get down to 6 drones. Oh my god. That is hilarious. I have an inkling that this one's not going to go too well. You know what he should have done? He should have harvested 200 minerals or like close to it and then started killing his own drones. So then he could like start the spawning pool and then do this. He was about to build another drone there, decided not to. He's going to put down this 6 pool. Wow, this is amazing. So Fluffy back at home looks like, ooh, he's going to be going Nexus first. Oh my. Oh my. Fluffy is in trouble. Looks like DJ Himalayan up here with the 6 pull. Getting the fancy builds ready. He's actually going to rebuild 2 drones here. Realizing just how little income they do have after that. This probe here going to be making its way up to the top left-hand side of the map. Unfortunate for Fluffy. Going to be scouting last. Oh my god, if this actually works, this is just so ridiculous. Like, this is one of my favorite things about ICYFAR. It reminds me, and it reminds you guys watching, that you can win with literally anything. Even if this doesn't work, if this even comes close to working, it is incredible. It just shows that you can really... StarCraft is a game of choice. You can make anything work if you set your mind to it, guys. We're going to have a drone here. It is going to scout in the right direction as well, so that's going to give him the information to know where to go with these 6 Zerglings that are on the way. And it's going to be, 8 Zerglings. More Zerglings are coming out. The drone's going to come on up. He's going to see what's going on. That gateway's only just started. Fluffy at 400 minerals before starting this gate. And going for a forge as well. Oh, man. Fluffy very delayed on this. It's all going to be probes versus Zerglings. There's not that many Zerglings, though. There's only about 6, 8. Another 2 on the way. There is an Overlord building now as well. Oh, man. It's all going to be about Fluffy trying to maintain this pylon. If that goes down, there's going to be no gateway. And he's just going to have to build cannons in the main. He's pulling probes right now. Has he seen what's going on? No, I think he was just transferring to his natural. But that's not enough probes necessarily. These Zerglings are going to come in. They're going to go straight for this probe line. Nice play here from Himalayan. He's going to just chase these probes immediately. Not even going to go for that low ground pylon. Here we go. Going to take this pylon out on the high ground. Get a nice bit of damage done. More and more Zerglings are coming in. Uh-oh, Fluffy's going to try and put down some cannons behind us. The probes are pulling. They're going to try and go. What are you doing, Zerglings? Oh my god, they all just got surrounded. No, they are just going to barely slip on out of there. They're going to try and focus down this probe on the low ground. These Zerglings, yep, just pulling back for the moment. Can only fight with the correct angle. Yeah, in this choke point, that's a pretty good area to engage. But Himalayan just buying time for now. That Zealot's going to be coming out soon. Himalayan needs to fight right now. Himalayan's at half the supply right now. Going to try and take down this pylon. But that Zealot's so close to finishing. Oh my gosh, just barely stops that Zealot from getting out. Sick move there from Himalayan. Does lose a few Zerglings for it though. Only 9 heavily bruised Zerglings left. And this is so many probes. 33 probes. Is Fluffy going to hold this with just pure probes? I think Fluffy might actually. Just such an advantage right now, but as more and more Zerglings do come across, things are going to look okay for Emma Lion. But, oh, the Zealot gets out. Does get the pylon, but I don't think it was enough. This Zealot is now out. Emma Lion here, grouping up these Zerglings more and more. Of course, did depower that gateway, so no second Zealot for quite some time. Fluffy's trying to mine some more minerals. Puts down a core, but that Zealot gets surrounded, and there's nothing behind the core. I don't know if this is the right call. I think Fluffy needs to pull these probes out. He's going to try to get cannons up behind the wall. Oh, this pylon here is taking a lot of damage. Both pylons are actually taking a lot of damage right now. More pylons going down, as well as that cannon. He's going to need more money. Nice gateway block there. The Zerglings can flood down around here, but that's a long kind of path around the backside. Zerglings are going to start spreading around to focus on multiple buildings here. The probes are being pulled by Fluffy. The cannon's so low right now. And the cannon that does go down. Emma Lion comes in here. Once again, focusing down the last pylon. There's no Zealots left, and there's so many Zerglings right now. There's 20 slow Zerglings on the map. There's already 14 of them here. I don't know if these probes can fight against this. Emma Lion just refusing to fight those probes, though. There we go. Takes a nice angle. And is going to get these probes. Takes down a good number, about 10 of them. A lot of Zerglings are still left. That pylon's going to finish. There will be another Zealot up soon. But Fluffy is just out of minerals. Fluffy has been just using every single probe to defend. These Zerglings going to come back in one last time. Emma Lion here with the 6 pull versus the Nexus first is going to make it work. Oh yeah. This makes me so happy to see that a 6 pull could work in this day and age in Legacy of the Void. This is art. Emma Lion here, gonna come in, try and focus down that pylon one more time. He's gonna go for the Zealot first. Gonna try and focus down this pylon though, force these probes off the line. Fluffy, Fluffy, no! Back up that Zealot, back up. But he's gonna lose the pylon one more time. Fluffy's having a bad day. These probes just kicking ass right now. Sorry, these Zerglings kicking ass. These probes desperately trying to mine minerals, but there's only 10 of them left. Emma Lion takes down the gate, takes down the core. He's gonna come in and fight these last probes, the 10 last hero probes against double the number in Zerglings. That Zealot, he's being body blocked. Nice hold position from Fluffy. This Zealot here goes up to 6 kills, but then it does eventually go down. The last probes are forfeit. They're on their own. Fluffy taps on out. GG. Oh my god. I am so happy that Fluffy had no idea they were facing a 6 pool just then, because that would be a little bit saddening. A little bit depressing, of course, guys. We are casting Wings of Liberty strategies in 2017. Let's dive straight into map number 2. Ooh, excuse me. Spawning down here in the bottom left-hand side, our red Zerg player playing for Clan Fumes. It is Slucker. Asking for race there. He's playing against random. Shallow up here in the top right-hand side. Nice enough to actually announce the race. Something you should never expect from a random opponent, but a lot of them do like to throw it out there. Shallow says, I love TLO. He's my favorite player. Oh, you know what? Terran, TLO. Do you guys remember when TLO did an 8 racks bio, or like 7 racks proxy bio rush? Like it was literally just like, I'm going to build 8 barracks and mass marines. Yes, I don't think even proxied it actually. It was on Jungle Basin. One of these maps, and he literally just built like 1 billion marines and just moved across the map. And the Zerg wasn't used to such an immense wave of marines. So I wonder if Shallow's going to do that same sort of maneuver with the 1-base mass marine rush. Might even go a little bit by bit. If you guys don't remember Bit by Bit, it's a guy who made it really far in the first few seasons of GSL, where every single game he would just hit a certain point where he would pull all of his SCVs and just do one big all-in attack. He never would try to play a macro game. Like every single game, it was the same silly shit that he tried. I wonder if Shallow's going to do that. This is sick though. This is very Wings of Liberty-esque. Of course, going to be getting the barracks up a lot faster than you would in Wings of Liberty because there's a bit more income. But this is totally in the spirit of Wings of Liberty and how shit everyone was was back then. Of course, it was a very different game, different strategies. Slucker over here has no idea what's going on. This Overlord, it's all about this Overlord. It's got to get in there and see what's going on. The thing is, Shallow's already going to have 3 Marines out. He can run over there and probably kill that Overlord really quickly. The question is, if he waits for the Overlord to get deep, he'll definitely kill it with the Marines. The problem is the Overlord might spot the extra barracks, and that could be a little bit frightening. Will Slucker put 2 and 2 together? The vision's closing in these Marines. Oh, those Marines are waiting for it. They're going to go. They got to go down there. They got to snipe that Overlord right now. The Overlord's getting deep. Shallow, you got to shut it down. Oh, it's going to see. Okay, it sees the second barracks. Doesn't see anything beyond that just yet. Oh, I wonder if that sets off an alarm bell for Slucker. Slucker right now has 4 Zerglings on the map. Has a very fast evolution chamber. He's going to be getting a Baneling nest. So already the alarm bells seem to be going off here for Slucker. Doing a good job of getting down some safety structures. Slucker's looking quite healthy. Another Overlord's coming in on this side. We'll be able to check that natural. And upon seeing no natural, we'll know what's going on. Already though, Marines starting to come across this map. 6 barracks producing Marines non-stop. Multiple depots on the way. Shallow here is just going to roll across this map with a huge number of Marines. Oh no! These Zerglings, they don't realize what they're walking into! The Marines come out of the bushes, start to blast down these Zerglings. All 4 of them go down, don't deal any damage whatsoever. And Slucker, a massive supply block here on 28 supply. Hasn't got any Zerglings out yet. These Marines rolling across the map. It's just going to be an endless rally of Marines. This is so sick. And even an SCV coming. Might want to be building a bunker with this rush. We're going to have to see. But it's just mass Marine right now. Spine's desperately trying to go up in the natural. Slucker really needs defense. These Banelings only just now starting to morph. The Marines of Shallow are going to dive in. Going to try and focus down these Spine Crawlers. Yep, that's good prioritizing. Get those Spine Crawlers down. Can out-micro the Banelings. But Banelings and Spines together is just going to be too hard. Oh, nice micro behind the mineral line there. Shallow doing a good job so far. But the reinforcements are being intercepted. These Marines are going down. Oh my gosh, though. There's just too many Marines right now. The Spine Crawler does a good job to fend off some of them. The rest of these Marines, though, are overwhelming. Those Banelings that are morphing going down. The Queen goes down. And there is just non-stop Marines coming across. A CC goes down on the gold base behind this. Shallow with the 6 strats. Just aiming to overwhelm with pure mass Marine. Is going to be going in. Oh, actually, a big misstep there from Shallow. The Zergling Spine defense is so good. And looks like Slucker's actually going to rout this. I'm surprised he didn't keep committing there. Could have probably overwhelmed all of those Marines. But now, as more of them do group up, things are going to get a little bit scary. Of course, it's pretty even economies right now. Slucker really relying on that Spine and these Banelings to be the anchor of the defense. The Banelings come in, get a nice connection there. 2 of them do go off on single Marines, but there goes that entire rally of Marines. Slucker shuts it down. Shallow has to turn around and regroup. Is going to have to make sure he doesn't get overwhelmed by this huge Zergling counterattack. More and more Lings are coming across. A single Baneling as well. Shallow is getting overwhelmed right now. But he does have the gold base behind this. Is still producing Marines 4 at a time. Not quite 6 at a time now. Oh, lets the Zerglings in. Might actually be a trap. I'm not sure if he meant to do that or not. These Zerglings, they're going to try and get some SCVs before they do go down. These Marines should be able to deal with this. Those Zerglings just hanging out in the base. I don't know if they're going to find any damage, though. Yeah, these Marines are looking solid. Good defense here by Shallow. A couple of Marines do get surrounded. Things are getting a little bit messy. The Zerglings maybe just going to take an engagement? Nope, they're going to think twice about it. Going to keep running around in circles. Slucker is microing his little heart out right now. Not macroing at home at all. Desperately doesn't want to lose these Zerglings for free. But isn't really getting any damage for it. Does finally get on those Marines. Takes 2 of them out before he does go down. Of course, guys, we do have that command center up on the gold. Mules will be able to drop there as well as SCVs transfer eventually. There's enough gas now, which means Stim can be starting soon as well. There's been a gas transition as well as a tech lab there. Back at home for the Zerg player Slucker. Lots of drones have been coming out. There is going to be a 3rd hatchery on the way. A few Banelings hanging out in the natural. Keeping an eye out. Stim has now started. Another tech lab on the way. Probably going to be going combat shields as well. And a whole bunch of SCVs going to be making their way out to that gold base. Will the Overlord see this? No, doesn't look like it will. Those Banelings still just sneakily chilling up there. The Marines caught a glimpse, but it looks like Shallow wasn't watching. Shallow's just going to keep building Marines. No factory on the way, nothing like that. Just combat shield, Stim, and non-stop Marine production. This is what we like to see, especially with these mules and SCVs now getting the gold minerals. Should be able to start producing a lot more Marines at a time. There is 3 Banelings down here. I don't think they're going to be able to make it in range. Oh, nope. They'll just get gunned down in the middle of the map. But Slucker's got great map control right now. Has a Roach Foreign and an Evolution Chamber going down. Third base is almost finished. Looking reasonably comfortable. Does see these Marines walking around over there. Shallow is going to be starting up that factory, so we'll be able to head towards Starport soon enough. At the moment, though, just lots of Marines. A couple of Marauders going to be added in as well. Oh, man. If Slucker just scouted this gold base, he'd be able to shut that down so hard. So where do you go from here? I think Charlotte's just gonna do like a huge marine attack, right? Way up in supply right now, army supply, and even up in worker supply as well. He's gonna be getting the starport reactor on the factory to swap that over. Couple overlords there, big cute drop location. More and more marines are coming out. There's just Ling Bane at home for the moment, but no Baneling speed on the way yet for Slucker. No roach speed either. He's getting +1 melee. That will be a big advantage for those Zerglings over the no attack upgrade Marines. Of course, Stim and Combat Shields is about to be finished, which means these guys are going to become a lot tougher. Oh, these Zerglings making their way up there. Oh no, it's been spotted. Shallow's going to catch this. Oh, Slucker. Just not paying attention to where Shallow's vision was. Going to give up these two Dropper Lords. Going to lose quite a bit of money there, as well as a few Zerglings. Slucker still has no idea about the fact that that gold base is up. It's going to come in, tries to get on top of that reinforced. Doesn't quite manage to make it happen. Got 17 drones there on the natural, 3 on gas. Fully saturated main base as well. Baneling speed has now started. +1 carapace is on the way, so there's going to be double upgrades. This Ling Bane is going to be well upgraded. The problem right now is the numbers and the lack of creep spread. Creep's so important against this sort of Marine Marauder army. Got double medevac on the way now for Shallow. More and more Marines and Marauders are on the way. More depots are constantly going down. Infestation Pit actually going down for Slucker here. Not really mining from the third base at all yet. Just focusing on Ling Bane, adding some roaches. And it is going to be all about holding on against this push. That is a gigantic Marine Marauder force. It is quite bruised though. So he's going to have to be careful about stepping on creep. Slucker needs to come in with one decisive engage. Baneling speed is finished. Oh my god, those Baneling connections. Shallow not splitting at all. But I think it doesn't matter. There's just too much bio here. There's not enough Zerg. Roach is coming in. Not really going to do that well against this. The melee upgrade not helping them out at all. There's even another expansion going on the other gold. Shallow using the minerals from that gold base to great effect. Is going to snipe down this third. Once again, using that area behind the minerals. Nice micro there from Shallow. Going to load up into these dropships as well. Going to try and drop that natural by the look of things. More and more Marine Marauder is spilling out right now. This drop in the back is going to start picking away at these workers. Slucker's having a lot of trouble right now. These Queens not in position to shoot these drops down on the other side of the hatchery. And Shallow just dancing about with these dropships, doing as much as he can. Slucker's economy is just gutted right now. No third base. He's in trouble. It looks like Shallow here with the transition out of the 1 base 6 racks Marine Rush is going to actually be overwhelming. Oh, that's cute. Dropping individual Marines on top of the Banelings. Of course, a Baneling costs quite a bit more than a Marine, so just wasting individual Marines on those Banelings a fantastic maneuver. That's something which we don't really see much these days, but that used to be really common in Wings of Liberty as well, when players like Marine King would just constantly drop Marines or Marauders into the clump of enemy Banelings. Especially if you do it with like a full hit point Marauder. It takes like 6 or 7 Banelings to kill it. And yeah, no one wants to trade 7 Banelings for a single Marauder. That's a terrible trade for Zerg, so pretty sick plays here. Shallow adding on more barracks, has 1-1 on the way. This big bio army, dropping mules on the other gold as well. The income is just going to be disgusting. Yeah. Slight lead for our Blue Terran player. Slucker's pushed back on the map as well, losing a lot of map control. He's going to move out and take this other watchtower. Going to intercept 1 or 2 Marines coming across the map as well. He's going to try and stim that away. But look at this little army. It's like 10 Banelings, 10 Zerglings, a Roach. That's just pitiful. Shallow is steadily going to be able to deal with this. He's going to have to pull his units back. His rally point is getting overwhelmed. Slucker doing a good job, taking some nice little value trades. But right now, ooh, a drop unloads in that main base. The army stims down, does snipe the third. Forces the cancel there. Shallow in the main base, just right on top of these workers, doing sick damage right now. 1-1 is almost finished for Shallow. He's going to be catching up on these upgrades. This Bio Army is down here. It's going to dive on in, snipe down the Spine Crawler. There's a lot of Banelings coming down. They are going to be here soon. It's got to try and get as much damage done as possible before those Banelings get back here. The Banelings, they're not coming back to defend. Oh no, man. Slucker is falling apart. The hatchery goes down. It's too late. It's too late. Even if he gets on top of this, it's going to be really hard. All the Marines pick up. The Marauders stay there, wanting to absorb those Baneling hits. Sick maneuvers from Shallow. Shallow going to be dropping on the high ground and the low ground. Does eventually get cleaned up there, but the drop in the main is still alive. Sniping down structures, sniping down all the workers. And it looks like Shallow just tearing Slucker apart. Slucker's finally getting a bit of creep spread out. Right now has 7 workers, long distance mining from his natural. How depressing is that? Oh man. Still has no idea about this gold base or this gold base. Shallow is tearing him apart. Marines and Marauders come in from behind. So many medevacs. The amount of healing there is insane. It's just going to tear apart these Ravagers. Meanwhile, Zerglings and Ravager are just wrecking the rally point. But if Shallow can just come in from behind, is going to be able to save the rest of those units that are rallying across the map. This Baneling comes in, gets a good detonation. Shallow has to actually pick up and evacuate right now. The 4 Ravagers and handful of Zerglings just completely destroying his rally point. Has to reset that rally point into that main base, unload on this high ground. And this is Slucker's last chance to try and break. But there's just so much Marine Marauder up here. So many medevacs healing everything. One of those Ravagers is already going to fall. The last 3 Ravagers desperately trying to push in. But it's a sad, sad day for Slucker. So he goes down to the Wings of Liberty 1 base, 6 racks, dies to the transition. Desperately trying to rebuild his natural. Looks like he doesn't really want to give up this one just yet. We'll fast forward because there is literally no income for the Zerg player. He's building 6 Zerglings. The last stand of the Queen. These Zerglings finally find this expansion and it's completely mined out. Oh, that sad moment. That sad moment for Slucker when he realizes just how dead he's been for so long and how much he misread the situation. Slucker says, "Wearer, oh, GG." Hats off to Shallow. Sick plays with the 1 base 6 racks. And Ian Blue says, 7 racks of 1 base is actually what TLO once did versus Idra. Black Sun 48 found the game on YouTube. Thank you, Black Sun 48. So it was 7 racks. I remember it was like a really odd number. And I'm pretty sure it was actually not jungle based and it was... Ooh, what was the name of the map? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh shit, what was it? I remember a lot of people for ages said like, oh, the best map was Nesty versus Jack G or something on this map. Best game of StarCraft 2. Shit, oh my god, it was that map where it had like all these ridges across the middle of it. It was like disgusting map. Terrans would always do these like gross tank pushes on it. Oh man, I'm trying to remember the name of the map. Oh, it's not coming to me. You guys help me out in chat. What was the name of that map? Oh, and then that's an Idra TLO game where he did it as well. Okay, I must be thinking of someone else that did it on that map. Maybe, or maybe it was TLO as well. I'm pretty sure TLO did this a bunch of times. But yeah, not Zonaga Caverns. It was a different map. Anyways, I'll remember that in a moment. Let's dive into game number 3 of these Wings of Liberty strategies, and let's actually see what the hell madness people are going to be going for. Our next one is going to be a gold